Up to a news video. I'll be taking you through the Carabao Cup 2024-2025 season round 3 predictions. So the first game is Stoke City versus Fleetwood Town. So Stoke City is playing the second division while Fleetwood Town is playing Stoke City is playing the Championship while Fleetwood Town is playing in League 2. So Stoke City comes to this game with a win and away, loss, and no, 2 wins away and 1 loss away. The last 3 games they played it, all of them away. So it will be a long time since they came back home. Fleetwood, however, so for Stoke City they beat Wimbledon 5-0 away. They beat Plymouth 1-0 and then lost to Oxford United, the newly promoted side of the Championship. While Fleetwood travels to Stoke Town after beating Classy United 3-2 away from home. They lost to Aston Villa They lost to Aston Villa at U31 2-3, and that's a big loss, especially considering Aston Villa is playing in the Premier League. So that's a good fight, but losing to an under 21, that's not good enough. Then they lost to Wimbledon 1-0. So considering this, Stoke City comes to this game with more form than Fleetwood. The head-to-head, Stoke City beat Fleetwood they played in the FA Cup in 2021. So Stoke City beat them at home 2-1. So my prediction for this game, I'm going to go for another 2-1 win. I don't see Fleetwood winning or pushing it to replace here. So the next game is Wimbledon versus Newcastle. All these games are happening tomorrow. Wimbledon is League 2, Newcastle is Premier League team. Wimbledon comes into this game. They're playing at home. They have won their 2 last home games. It is the last in the last 3 games. They beat MK Dons 3-0. They beat Fleetwood 1-0, and they hosted Ipswich, newly promoted side of the Premier League, and they took them all the way to Atlo 2-2, and they beat them 4-2. I'm not sure whether this season they'll be replay. So the next game is Wimbledon. So while Newcastle have recently beaten Wolves 2-1, and they have beaten Tottenham 2-1, and have beaten Forest by a close penalty shootout of 4-3. So, and there's no head-to-head between the 2 teams. I think they're playing for the first time, if I'm not wrong. I feel Newcastle will go for a rotated squad, because after this game they're going to play against Fulham. Yeah, so they'll most likely rotate the squad, and I'll predicting a 2-1 win for Newcastle. So the next game is Arsenal versus Bolton. Arsenal played well. They beat Tottenham 1-0. They used their rotated squad and they beat them 1-0. It just shows how shit Tottenham is, to be honest, at this point, that Arsenal could be considered the owners of that stadium of Tottenham. So then they also drew against Brighton with 10 men, 1-1. Brighton fought hard for that draw. They beat Aston Villa 2-0. Yeah. While Bolton, League One division side, they lost to Huddersfield 4-0. They beat Barrow 3-2. And then they lost to Exeter 2-0. Yeah. So head to head at Arsenal Stadium, Arsenal beat them. The last time they played was 2011. Arsenal beat them 2-1. While, and also the same year 2011 in the Premier League they beat them 3-0, and 2010 they beat them 4-1. So averagely you can say Arsenal has beaten this team like 3 goals. So going by that, I feel like Arsenal could rotate the squad and they could win here 3-1. Yeah, because I know the next game Arsenal is playing the Champions League against Atlanta, so they most likely rotate. They will likely rotate their squad. Yeah. So the next game is Blackpool versus Sheffield Wednesday. Blackpool comes into this game as a League One side facing a Sheffield Wednesday Championship side. Blackpool won the last 2 games and drew the last 3 games. Yeah, so they won 2 out of the last 3 games and they drew 1. So they beat Exeter 2-1. They beat Clare 4-1, and they drew against Wycombe 2-2. While Sheffield Wednesday drew against Queen Park Rangers. They lost to Millwall, and then in the FA Cup they beat Glimsby 5-1. Head to head at Blackpool home stadium, Sheffield Wednesday has beaten them 1-0 in 2015. Blackpool beat them 2-0 in 2013, and Blackpool drew with them 0-0. So in this game I predicted a draw of 1-1. If there's no replays, if there's no replays, they could potentially I could say that Blackpool could sneak a late winner in the extra time to beat Sheffield United 2-1. And if it goes to penalties, I'll say Blackpool will win the penalty shootout by 3-2. Yeah. So I predict Blackpool to win. But yeah, I'm not sure whether there's replays this season or not. Next game is Brentford versus Leyton. Brentford started the season well. They lost to Man City 2-1. That was away from home. They beat Southampton 3-1. They beat Colchester City 1-0 in the FA Cup, while Leyton Orient beat Reading 1-0. They lost to Arsenal. That must be Arsenal under 21 team 2-1. And they lost to Shrewsbury 3-0. Head to head, last time they faced each other was 2013 in the League One division. Brentford lost 2-0 to Leyton, 2-2 to Leyton in 2013. 2011 they beat Leyton 5-0. All this is the last 3 head-to-head at Brentford Stadium. Now, considering all that, taking into all that into factor, I'll say I'm predicting for Brentford a 2-1 win for Brentford. Next game is Chelsea versus Barrow. I'll say for this game, Chelsea will most likely rotate because Barrow is a weaker side. Barrow is playing in the League 2 and Chelsea is playing in the Premier League. So Chelsea comes to this game after snatching a late winner against Bournemouth 1-0. Chelsea drew to Crystal Palace 1-1, though the Calavizi lost in the second half to Crystal Palace. Then Servette is a smaller side than Chelsea, but they beat Chelsea 2-1 in the Conference League qualifiers. Even though what made Chelsea qualify to the league phase is to the League One, the first leg performance, while Barrow beat Glynsburg 2-1. They drew against Sweden Town 1-1, and they lost to Bolton United 3-2. There's no head-to-head in this game, though I'm predicting a good clean sheet win for Chelsea 3-0. That is to help with morale. Next game is Everton versus Southampton. Both games, these are Premier League. Both teams are Premier League teams. They're both sitting in the place of 19th and 20th, if I'm not wrong. Everton, you can say they're unlucky. In the last 2 games, they've been taking the lead, but however, they fumbled toward the last minute of the games, and that way they lost to Aston Villa and Bournemouth by the same scoreline of 3-2. And then in the FA Cup, they beat Doncaster 3-0. Now, Southampton lost to Man United 3-0. The 10-man squad lost to Man United 3-0. They lost to Brentford 3-1, and they beat Cardiff 5-3. Head-to-head at Everton Stadium. Southampton beat them 2-1 in 2023. 2021, Everton beat them 3-1, and Everton beat them 1-0. I went for a 1-1 win. If there's no replays, I could say if it goes to penalties, it will be a close penalties. If it goes to penalties, I'll probably predict a 2-1 win for Everton in penalties. But if there's replays, I'm not sure whether there's replays or not. Next game is Liverpool versus West Ham. I don't think this game is taking place tomorrow. because Liverpool is facing Milan in the Champions League. So anyway, Liverpool and the slot. The last 3 games, they have collected points against Brentford, beating them 2-0, beating Man United 3-0. So that's collecting points from big team and a middle team. And while being very generous to the Forest and not even wanting to destroy the Forest team, are donating 3 points because Ancelotti is a generous man. While West Ham comes to this game with a 1-1 draw, they lost to Man City 3-1 and they beat Bournemouth 1-0. West Ham had a good transfer window, but the start to the Premier League has been shaky. That they need to improve on. Anyway, head to head at Liverpool Stadium, Liverpool beat them 2023 5-1, beat them 2023 3-1. No, beat them in FA Cup last year 5-1. No, Carabao Cup last year 5-1. Beat them in the Premier League 3-1 2023. And then 2022 Premier League they beat them 1-0. So Liverpool has played well against West Ham at Anfield, and I feel like Liverpool will be looking for revenge, especially after being generous with Forest. Yeah, so I'm predicting a 2-0 win, going by the pattern of Ancelotti's win, which is easy by average of 2 goals and a clean sheet here. So next game is Man City versus Watford. I don't know whether Haaland will play this game, but I know this game is postponed because it was postponed because of the Inter game that's being played on the next game. Yeah. City is playing at home. They beat Brentford 2-1. They beat West Ham 3-1. And they beat SPS 4-1. Man City has never lost a game or drawn a game since the start of the Premier League. Watford drew against Coventry 1-1. They lost to Sheffield. Recently the relegated Premier League side Sheffield 1-0. They beat Plymouth 2-0 in the Carabao Cup. So head to head at Man City, City beat them 5-1 in the Premier League 2022, and they beat them 8-0 in the Premier League 2019, and they beat them 6-0 in the FA Cup 2019. So Man City basically likes to work Watford, and going by the pattern of scoring recently 18 goals in 3 head-to-head games at Man City Stadium, and that's an average of how many? Of 6.060, yeah. So going by that average, I'll say I'm predicting a 4-0 game. Man City will smash Watford as always. Yeah. Next game is Brentford versus Fulham. Preston drew to Middlesbrough 1-1, and they lost to Oxford 3-1, and they beat Harrogate 5-0. Fulham comes to this game after beating Birmingham 2-0, going to Ipswich 1-1, and going to Fulham 1-1. No, going to West Ham 1-1, yeah. Head to head, last time they played was 2021 division, in the 2021 year in Championship, that they lost, they drew 1-1 at Preston. Preston beat them 2-1, even though it was 10 men versus 10 men. That was 2019. In 2018 Championship, the Fulham beat them 2-1. Yeah. So going by that judgment, I'll say it to be a close win for Fulham. I'm going for a 2-1 win for Fulham. Fulham needs also that win to be able to motivate them to beat Newcastle the next game. Next game is Queen Park Rangers versus Crystal Palace. This game couldn't have come at a perfect timing for Crystal Palace, who needs another win to motivate themselves, because next they're playing against Man United, and if they win here, their morale will be high against Man United. Yeah. So Queen Park Rangers comes into the game after going to Sheffield United, Sheffield Wednesday 1-1. They beat newly relegated Premier League side Luton Town 2-1. They beat Luton Town in the FA Cup 1-1. No more time and penalties 4-1. Imagine beating a team twice in a row, both in the Championship and in the Carabao Cup. And that must be amazing, especially a team that is considered maybe stronger than you, and you beat them back to back. That shows that team either didn't learn their lesson, or that he does play better. He does use the same tactics to beat them. And Crystal Palace grew to Leicester 2-2 after a late equalizer from Leicester City. They nearly beat Chelsea in the second half, but they settled for a draw of 1-1. They beat Norwich in the Carabao Cup 4-0. So head to head at Queen Park Rangers, I'll say that they played Queen Park Rangers. They beat Crystal Palace, beat them 3-0 in 2022 club friendly. 2014 was 0-0. It was a clean sheet. It was another clean sheet, but a clean sheet draw. 2011 Championship, Queen Park Rangers beat them 2-1. For this game, I'm predicting a clean sheet win of 2-0 for Crystal Palace. I feel like Crystal Palace needs a win. They need to get that win to motivate themselves that they can be a challenge against Man United here in the Premier League here. Okay, next game is Walsall versus Leicester City. Walsall is a League 2 team facing Leicester City at Premier League side. Walsall started their last 3 games. They beat Brentford 2-1. They drew again. They lost to MK Dons 1-0. And in the Football League trophy, they beat Birmingham 40 penalties 1-1 full time. Leicester City scored a late equalizer against Crystal Palace. They lost to Aston Villa 2-1, and they beat Tanbury 4-0 in the Carabao Cup. Yeah. Well, head to head, at Watson home, they played each other 2023 FA Cup. Manchester City collected a clean sheet win of 1-0. 2014 club friendly, Manchester City collected a close win of 3-2. So on League One match, Manchester City collected a big win of 4-1. So going by that judgment, I'm predicting a 3-0 game for Manchester City, a big clean sheet. Yeah. Next game is what? That is Wycombe versus Aston Villa. This game is most likely postponed because Aston Villa has a fixture at that same timing of the Champions League. Yeah. So Wycombe comes into this game beating Northampton 2-1, going to Blackpool 2-2 League One, and then beating Swansea, the Championship side, in the Carabao Cup 1-0. Aston Villa comes to this game collecting a late win against Everton. They also beat Leicester 2-1. They lost to Arsenal 2-0. They need that morale boost after maybe a potential draw against Young Boys. Win to continue that morale. Yeah. So head to head, they faced each other 2016 FA Cup. It was a 1-1 draw. So in this game, I'll go for a 3-0 win for Aston Villa. Next game is Man United versus Barnsley. That is my team versus Barnsley. Man United comes to this game collecting a very good win that was needed against Southampton 3-0, even though it is against a 10-man squad. Though we have injuries to delete Mazahari, and yeah. Anyway, but that's for a different show. I'll do the preview on this later on. So anyway, then after that, Man United lost to the rivals 3-0 at Old Trafford. They lost to Brighton 2-1. Barnsley comes to this game losing to Stephen Nige 3-0, beating Bristol Rovers 2-1, beating Claw United 3-0. Head to head, United last faced them in 1997 Premier League. They beat them 7-0 in that game. So going by that judgment, I'm predicting at least a high scoring game to continue that form, 3-1. Yeah. So the second last game is Brighton versus Wolves. Brighton comes to this game in the last 3 games they drew twice and won once. They drew against East Peace 1-1. They drew against a 10-man squad. They drew against East Peace 0-0. Drew against 10-man squad Arsenal 1-1. Then they beat Cali 4-0. Wolves. They lost to Newcastle 1-2. They drew against Forest 1-1, and they beat Burnley 2-0. Head Brighton drew against Wolves in 2024 Premier League, yeah. So 0-0. 2023 Brighton smashed Wolves 6-0, and 2021 Wolves beat Brighton 1-0. So for this game, I think it could be going to replay. If it's not going to replay, I'm predicting 1-1 to go to replay if there's replay, yeah. But if there's no replay, I'll say it will be a close game win for Brighton to beat Wolves, yeah. So last game, Coventry versus Tottenham. Coventry comes to this game after playing to Watford 1-1, losing to Norwich 1-0, and beating Oxford United in the Carabao Cup 1-0. Tottenham drew to a rotated Arsenal side 1-0. Yeah, they lost. No, they drew. No, they lost to a rotated Arsenal side 1-0. They lost to Newcastle 2-1. They beat Everton 4-0. Last time I heard that Tottenham won a game was in September. So they have been experiencing a very big drought of not winning games. Next head-to-head, last time they played was in 2000 Premier League. Coventry beat them 2-1. 2000 Premier League, Coventry beat them. Tottenham beat Coventry 1-0. 1998 Premier League, it was a draw of 1-1. So I'm predicting a win 3-0. Tottenham needs this win, yeah, to get back on track and to improve the form, yeah. Anyway, I'd like you guys to, we have come to the end. I'd like you guys to subscribe, like, share, and comment down your predictions. And yeah, I'll see you next time for the Premier League predictions.